Yo, it's your boy Mufasaaa, man. We back with another video, and this one is a straight banger. But before we get into this video, man, I need you guys to hit some push-ups. Now, since you guys hit that, let's go straight into the video. This takes place back in 3rd grade. I had a friend who I'm just gonna call Kevin. That wasn't his actual name, but that's what we're gonna call him because I don't remember his name. And I remember Kevin would always talk about how he had a girlfriend that was in 8th grade. And I would never believe him because at that age everyone would just be capping for like absolute no reason. So I always thought he was capping until one day at school, bro. Our school went on lockdown, right? And it was because apparently someone had like robbed the bank nearby and we had to go on lockdown, right? It was during class, but it was like right before lunch, so we had to wait in the class before we can go to lunch. But while I was in the lunch line, we had to go on lockdown again because apparently I don't know what happened. Actually, they were apparently just still on the loose or something. I don't know. But we had to hide under the closest table to us. So I went and hid under the closest one to me, right? And when I go under the table, I just see my friend Kevin sitting in this girl's lap, which I'm not gonna lie. Now thinking about that, that shit's crazy. He's just sitting right there in her lap, bro. And they started making out. I remember thinking like, yo, what the fuck? This man's really was not capping. But I started thinking it was more weird than anything, bro. You gotta think about it. Like, we're in 3rd grade and she's an 8th grader. That girl is mad weird for that one. I can't lie. And that whole time we were under there, it just felt like hella awkward. It just didn't feel right. I ended up switching schools a couple of years later, so I don't know this person anymore. But I really wish I still did, cause I wonder what bro is up to. Like, for real, he probably got some STDs by now. I'm not even lying, bro. That man's was fucking with an 8th grader in 3rd grade. That is crazy. Also, the rest of that school day was pretty fucking crazy, cause after that second lockdown was over, we continued with lunch, and one of my homies was getting checked out, and we all told him peace out, right? And about like 5 minutes goes by. Now we're at the playground and we're not in the cafeteria anymore, right? Then out of nowhere, we get sent on lockdown for a 3rd time in the day. I was like, a 3rd time? What the fuck? The reason this time is because there was still one person on the loose apparently. And they ran a red light and crashed right into my friend's car who had just checked out. And I was in the music room because that's where I went to when the lockdown came down because it was the closest to the playground. And from there, you could see the side of the school where the crash happened. So you could see this man hop the fence into the school and start running from the cops. And I remember I wasn't looking out the window at first because they had his hiding lane down. But there was some kid, he was peeking out the window and he's like one of those class clowns. So he was like, "Yo, the robber hopped the fence." And I was like, bro, he's capping, right? Everyone thought he was capping. So all of us thought he was joking. So we looked up and looked out the window. And we see this man's dead ass running from the fucking cops. And now the music teacher starts freaking out. She tells us to all get away from the window and get down. But all of us just kept looking anyways. They ended up just tasing him right there. Like, he's like, motherfucker got tased. And then they arrested his ass. Then when they took him off the campus, they let us off of the lockdown, right? The next day, my friend came to school, and he had broke his arm and his collarbone, right? And I remember his mom that was driving was badly injured, but she ended up making a full recovery, which is good. But that's gonna be all for today's story, man. This one was a pretty short story, but it was a pretty fire one. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, positive vibes always. We're next up. Peace out.